If you're burning out, this is probably why. Hey, I'm Rob Foglia, real estate coach, broker, and author of Real Estate Reset, and of course, Real Estate Reset Coaching. Now, I did a long form version of this video here through a podcast format. It's also on my blog at robfolia.com. But feel free to go search for Be Irreplaceable, the Be Irreplaceable podcast, wherever you get your podcasts. Check this out if you want a little bit more than what you'll get in today's video. But hopefully you'll get enough from today's video to really see what I'm talking about. So our natural ceiling of achievement, our natural talent level. This is a topic that ends up coming up in a lot of coaching circles. Breaking through barriers, right? A lot of people talk about breakthroughs inside of coaching. A lot of real estate companies talk about it, right? They just say you're a who away, a person away, right? Forget that. I cannot stand that type of language. There's nothing wrong with being a hiring, by the way, but I'm just saying, like, the reality is we shouldn't be staking our worth on our business and how we hire somebody and how somebody else does. But I don't want to get off track here, because today I want to talk about what a ceiling of achievement actually means, how you can potentially break through it, and if you actually need to break through it. So let's dive in. But hey, before we do, if anything from today resonates to where you're like, I need more of this in my life, do me a favor, head to realestatereset.org, click on strategy session, get on my calendar for a free 30-minute coaching call. We'll dive deep into your business. It's not a sales pitch by any means. We're going to dive deep into your business, see if this is a fit, and we'll go from there. So a ceiling of achievement, what does that even mean? Well, what I'm getting at is, and you see it in a lot of books, a lot of these self-help books where they talk about how somebody can just go out there and do everything they can, the best that they can, the best they know how, and just kind of hit a ceiling. Like they're doing their best and boom, they hit this, then they start again, boop, they hit this, boom, they start again, boop, they hit this, and it's kind of a cycle that keeps on repeating itself, right? Kind of a natural ceiling of achievement where you just, whether you're changing career fields or you're just trying something new in your career, you just kind of keep going through these ups and downs where you just keep hitting the same level. Is that a good thing? How do you get past it? Do you want to get past it? Like, these are the questions that I want to talk about. Now, I do think ceilings of achievement are real. And I think it's going to depend on the person, right? So everybody's going to be a little bit different. I give an example in the podcast and the blog episode, and change the name just for, to protect the innocent, so to speak. But I was thinking of an agent that I know named Clancy. Clancy, great agent. I actually knew Clancy before either of us were in real estate. Clancy was a route sales rep when I did retail management, and I could just tell from back in the day that Clancy was very personable, just had a natural gift for sales. I at least learned a gift for sales to where it became natural, if that makes sense. So fast forward a little bit, I'm out of retail, I'm at Keller Williams, I'm hosting a buyer's consultation, so I'm going into the office, and lo and behold, who do I see behind the front desk? Well, it's Clancy. He just got his real estate license. He's checking out what the real estate world looks like while he starts to get his feet wet and figure all this stuff out. I knew right away Clancy was going to rock inside of real estate. And he did. He was fantastic. I want to say he was the rookie of the year at the office, and he's kept going since and is doing quite well for himself because he has that natural sales gift, right? And that's a fantastic thing to have. The question is, will he hit a natural ceiling of achievement? I honestly think so. I think we all do. Does it benefit people whose natural ceiling of achievement is lower than his? Like if his is up here, right, at the top of the screen, and somebody else's is right here, does somebody need to break through here to be here? How do we measure all this? For me, it's quite simple. Are you going after the thing that you care about in your heart and soul? Right? When you're looking at things, and are you like, hey, this is where my feet need to be. Like, this is where I need to be for the rest of my life. Like, if that's the case for you, whether it's real estate or any job that you're pursuing, any venture really that you're pursuing, then absolutely. If you're hitting here, you should be aiming to hit up here, right? You should be aiming to break through here to get to here. And if you're hitting here, you should be aiming to go even higher and get off the screen if that's you. Because you should be aiming to do your very best and be your very best, as long as what's here is within who you want to be in your heart and soul, of course. But again, we all hit those natural ceilings. Like, just thinking back to when I first started in real estate versus Clancy. man, I did not have that natural gift for sales. I was a grinder. I had to be a grinder because I didn't grow up in a world where I was taught how to sell. I didn't have a sales background before I got into real estate. So when I joined Keller Williams, I had to sit down and say, all right, well, who am I going to talk to? How am I going to talk to them? What's my messaging? What's all this going to look like? And lo and behold, it was a progression for me. And while I did sell a handful of homes that first year, I had to keep growing and growing and growing. I had to learn all these behaviors that helped me become a top salesperson. After all, I was the top individual agent at my office in the past. The reality is that I got there by learning and working hard. Now, should I have been there? Not the top, but should I have been aiming to break through and go from here to here? That's a whole nother question. I would almost say, looking back on things, maybe not. Granted, all my past experiences have led me to right here, and I'm going to give any of my coaching clients the same advice that I'm about to give past me, if I could go back in time and give my 10 years ago self this advice. And that is to dive deep into whether or not real estate is a life's purpose for me, or if it's a job. Because if it's a job, everybody should try to do their best at their job. Their job should be the thing that's bringing them income, that's keeping a roof over their head, that's keeping food in the belly, it's keeping gas in the tank, right? That's what a job is for. And we should strive to be our very best at our job, to earn income, to take care of people the right way. Like, that should be the goal. But if your job's not your purpose, shouldn't the goal also be to spend as little time possible in that job so that you can pursue the purpose? I think so. And so that's what I would go back and tell 10 years ago, Rob, about this, and say, do you really need to get past here and get to here? I kind of don't think so. I'm just gonna tell you that from 10 years ago. And so my point is, and the reason I'm sharing this with you, is that if you're in real estate and you're thinking to yourself, man, every real estate coach that's out there is telling me, I sell 20 homes a year, I could do 40 in no time. I just got to do this, put this system in place, got to hire them as my coach, of course, and then lo and behold, no, just stop. You don't need to do that. I promise you, you can get out there and you can sell the right amount of homes for you so that you can be in your job at some point, and then you can be on your purpose at other points. And you can be focusing on what really matters to you. And that's what I'm getting at. And so whether or not your natural ceiling of achievement is up here like Clancy, or kind of right here where mine was, or I had to break through with a lot of things, I promise you can live the life that you want to live. Now, there is a time to break through this. So it could be if you feel like real estate is your purpose, or like for me, I love music, man. Like, to me, music, family, spirituality, that's all up like together. That's all one. Real estate's not in that. Real estate's my job, and that is what it is. But so if music matters to me, then, and I'm hitting a natural ceiling of achievement, then how do I break through it? That's the question. Now, the answer to that question is honestly really simple. It's discipline. It's models. It's focusing on what matters. It's obtaining skills. It's learning. It's constant and never-ending improvement. It's growth. It's taking feedback and taking action on that feedback so that you get better. That's what it's all about. And honestly, that's what a good coach can do for you. So whether you're in music, you're just trying to get better at a hobby, whether it's a passion, or whether you do have a desire to, say, make it in real estate and do so in less time, like I can help you do, well, that's how we can break through that ceiling. Because, ceilings, typically when coaches talk about it, and honestly, how I've been talking about it throughout this whole video, ceilings tend to be numerical, right? We tend to say, in real estate at least, oh, well, I'm selling 20 homes in a year. That's my ceiling of achievement, or whatever. That's my typical year. That's my natural ceiling. That's my natural plateau, whatever the phrase we want to use. Well, maybe 20 works for you, but what if you did 20 in half the time? I guess there's still a little bit of a numeric aspect of it if we're saying, well, you're working 40 to 50 hours a week selling 20 homes right now, and that's your ceiling. Well, what if that ceiling gets broken through? You're still at 20 homes, but you're doing it in 20 hours a week. I promise you can do it. You can do it with the right systems, the right tools, and with the right coaching. Again, that's where I come in. If any of this is clicking for you, do me a favor. Head over to realestatereset.org, click on strategy session. That's where we can get on each other's calendar. I promise it's not a sales pitch. I'm not just trying to sell you on my program. I want to help you. I want to help you grow your real estate business the right way so that you can pursue the life that you want to pursue. Thank you so much, as always, for checking out my videos. Remember, we're here to create memories, not just build business plans.